Good morning, y'all. It's Timothy. I thought I'd share this story. So, in my pre-homelessness, post-moving out from my abusive mother's place, I lived with my very, very, very religious grandmother. And just for a little bit of backstory, we used to get along great, but then let's say, once I realized, one, they heavily advocated for me to be aborted even when I was being delivered during birth, and two, even as I grew up, kept making subtle references to wanting me aborted and even jokes about how it was a mistake and should have never happened. Let's just say we naturally distanced. But, well, slim pickings, and so I lived with her for a bit. And I found out that she was homophobic, transphobic. I don't think she was racist, but she was also a bonehead. She was an enabler, a gaslighter, had her own really toxic, abusive tendencies, and was a massive hypocrite in so many ways. But for now, I'll just tell you this one story. And I thought it was the funniest shit at the time, despite it also being the most horrible thing ever to experience as a non-binary person who was figuring out their gender and also a gay person. Now, one of the only things we really bonded over, like the entire time I was with her, was the show Girlfriends. If you don't know it, it was this amazing black sitcom where it was like, let's just say it was like Friends, but one, full of like exclusively sexy black women, and two, actually fucking funny. I'm sorry. And we basically watched that show fucking nonstop. Even when I didn't want to watch the show, she'd just force me to anyway and just be like, you tune out then. You do what you do. And it would annoy the fuck out of me. Moving on. Eventually, I remember we were on like season 7, and it was this whole episode involving like Jones thinking about going to another state or whatever to like pursue her writing career or whatever the fuck the plot was. And then right as like she's in this group meeting full of women who are discussing, the act of traveling and moving, this woman, they pan to her on the camera, and she's like, hello everybody, I am a woman in transition. And my grandmother didn't like that shit. She didn't wait to hear anything else the bitch said. She just went, oh fuck, oh no. And then she just started being like, where's the remote? Where's the remote right now? And I was like, wait. And I tried to point at her to look at the damn TV because she would have seen the words, a woman in transition from New Jersey to Philadelphia. They weren't talking about her being trans, like changing gender identity. They were talking about moving. But she didn't care. If anything, once I was finally like, first of all, I have the remote. It's across the room. If you want to change it, here you go. Second of all, they're talking about moving. I can rewind it for you. Like, look at this TV screen now. They were talking fully about how they were uncomfortable dealing with the move from an entirely different climate and part of the USA. Like, they were talking about moving. Do you want to rewind and look at it so I can show you? And she was just like, oh, I can't stand that. Oh, I can't. Oh, that's not my beliefs. That's not my lifestyle. What do you mean that's not your beliefs? You don't believe that you can just simply move? Do you not believe in U-Hauls? What do you fucking mean you don't believe in that? I was so mad. Because it's like, being transphobic is already bad enough. And I know it's something that has like the black community and any religious communities like grip on the balls, like, ooh. But it's a whole nother thing to be fucking stupid. Even more. And then we didn't really watch Girlfriends after that. It was only Emily in Paris from that point on.